assault and a separate assault case that occurred this week. On Monday morning at about 7:30 a.m., a female was jogging in the area of Central and Dunlap along a canal bank when she was attacked by a male subject. That male pulled her to the ground, strangled her, assaulted her, sexually assaulted her, strangled her again, and threw her in a canal. Some bystanders luckily were there and able to pull her out of that canal. When she was thrown into the canal, she was unconscious. We went to the media the next day with information. What we didn't know at the time was that Tuesday morning, the day after the sexual assault, about 6 a.m., there was a victim walking in the area of 7th Avenue in Campbell when she was attacked from behind, pulled to the ground, and began to be physically assaulted. At that time, some Good Samaritans noticed the attack and intervened. Two male some Good Samaritans physically restrained that subject that was attacking the victim and held him down until police arrived. He was arrested for that assault and has been identified as 34-year-old Charles Torback Mickley. Yesterday, the victim from the sexual assault was brought in to police headquarters and worked with a forensic sketch artist to produce a rendition of the suspect from that assault. Our adult sex crimes unit civilian crime analyst took that sketch and began looking through recent booking photos. And what she noticed was a similarity between the subject arrested from the September 14th assault and the September 13th assault. Additionally, the victim from the sexual assault provided very specific information about what the suspect was wearing, including a black shirt with white stars on it. What the crime analyst noticed in the booking photo is that Mr. Mickley was wearing a black shirt with white stars and planets on it. Detectives worked feverishly yesterday to create photographic lineups and show them to the victim. They pulled Mr. Mickley from the Maricopa County Jail and attempted to conduct an interview, and they added additional charges of homicide, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and other charges to Mr. Mickley. We want to take this opportunity to thank the Good Samaritans that helped the Phoenix Police Department by holding Mr. Mickley down and getting our attention to that unit, to that subject to get him arrested. And the work done by the Phoenix Police Department's Adult Sex Crimes Unit was phenomenal in this case. The crime analyst went out of her way looking through hundreds of bookings, comparing the composite, and really just playing a key role in identifying the subject. This crime was solved with the help of the Phoenix community, and we just can't underestimate how important that is to us. They really went out of their way to help our community be a safer place. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to one of the civilians that was out there that day. Reuben, if you'd like to come on up. And I'm going to give you my mic, so it'll be just a second. Okay. Yeah.
Shirt real quick?
Sure. Yeah.
Your wife's there, so I can go grab it.
Okay.
You guys good?
So my name, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Reuben Gomez. And you spell it out, you said?
Yeah, and then just tell them what you saw.
Okay, so I'm driving down, I'm actually heading to the gym that morning and driving down 7th Avenue, and I see a scuffle going on the side of the road. I was like, oh, this is kind of odd. So early in the morning, I see somebody in the granite area of this property. And so I kind of turned around, pulled in, and I see the other gentleman really struggling with this guy. And now I see that there's somebody tackling and attacking a woman. And so the other gentleman, Josh, he's needing some help. He's come over here. So I go over there, and we just, this guy is like extra strong for some reason that day. And we just, between both of us, finally grabbed his arms, pulled him back, held him down, and just waited until the cops showed up. But this is the fear in this woman's face when I first showed up was just priceless. It's unbelievable that she just said, "Get him off of me." It was, she had death in her face. It was just, it was terrible, and I just think anybody else who would have drove by would have done the same thing. But thank God we were there and, you know, helped this lady out.
Knowing, like, connecting the two crimes now, knowing that the day before, another woman, and now that they're connected.
Yeah, that actually shocked me. I didn't know that. I was actually at lunch right now, and my daughter had said, yeah, they said it's this other, some other lady had been attacked too. I'm like, what? And so after that, I felt even better that this happened, you know, so.
Had you ever been involved in anything like this before where you were able to save someone?
No, this is the very first time. You know, you see stuff like this on the news all the time, or somebody saves somebody, but you know, anybody would want to stop and help somebody, especially an elderly woman. It could have been someone's mother or, you know, grandma or whatever. You know, you don't want to see stuff like this happen. It's terrible. Yeah.
So I know you said anybody would want to do it, but really, where does this bravery come from? You were driving to the gym, and look, you're a big dude. I don't know. You're a big dude. And
Well, I was hoping I could help out quick, you know, but the dude was pretty strong, you know.
You though, I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
you're a big dude. He was still strong.
Yeah, he was pretty strong. Yeah.
So where does it come from? Where does this courage come from?
I don't know. It just happened. You see that, and the first thing you want to do is help. You know, there's no fear at all. I mean, the only thing, you know, later on I thought about it. I was like, this guy could have had something, a knife or whatever. But, you know, as it's happening, you're not thinking. You just want to help. You know, you see this big old struggle going on. So that was it.
What was going through your mind as you guys were both sitting there waiting for police, you know, trying to keep him there?
I'm just thinking, what's wrong with this dude, man? Like, this guy's crazy, you know? He just really would not let, you got two guys trying to take you off of this woman and you don't want to let go. So it didn't make any sense to me. There was something wrong.
Thank you so much for sharing,
You're welcome.
you know, and speaking with us.
Definitely.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Spell your first last name?
My first name's Reuben, R-U-B-E-N. Last name is Gomez, G-O-M-E-Z. Cool.
Okay, let's take the mic. With that, we're going to bring up the next Good Samaritan, and I have an important correction. When I spoke earlier, I said he was booked on homicide. It was an attempt homicide.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, and I will be available to answer questions after Josh speaks. So Josh, put this up through your shirt and clip it on. And then if you could drop that, put that in your pocket.
Yeah, that's good.
And then say and spell your name, please.
Okay. All right, I'm Josh Zaruba, Joshzaruba.
What did you see when you were out there? What was going on?
I was driving down 7th Avenue, and I took a wrong turn, coincidentally, and I was turning around, and this woman kind of just pulled straight in front of me and kind of honked her horn, and she rolled down her window, and I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey, this woman's getting attacked right now, right down the road. Like, I need some help, like, right now. And it was like one of those things, it was not even 6 in the morning, and it's kind of one of those things you don't, I guess, really expect to start your day off with. And kind of like Reuben said, it was almost just like second nature. I just, you know, ran a red light, drove down there until I saw what was going on, pulled into the parking lot, and the moment I got out there, I just kind of, you know, acted upon what I saw. And I definitely think that dude, yeah, like Reuben said, like the strength he was showing was, yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like blitzed on salts or something. Like, it was abnormal. I tried to get his hands off of her neck. Even that was, you know, enough. I pulled the backpack on his back so hard that both the straps like ripped off. And at that point I was like, wow, this is going to be, you know, this isn't just a guy trying to do whatever, make a robbery or something. This is, you know, something else. And yeah, I kind of just kept trying to grab his arms, at least get his arms around or off from around her neck, because he had her kind of in like a double bear hold like choke. And the moment I got one arm off and reached for the other one, he would just pull the next one back. He had both legs wrapped around her. It was just like, yeah, it was a lot. And the moment I saw Reuben pull up, it was like, thank God. Like, and I was like, hey man, really need some help. And he ran over right away, grabbed his arm. I grabbed the other one, and she was able to get out of there. She was pretty shooken up with, you know, blood running down her face and arms and stuff. But I'm glad she's okay.
What did she say to you later on? Did you talk to her?
No, but during it, she was very, yeah, she was screaming pretty much bloody murder. Like, literally, it was, you know, haunting still, kind of. Because when I saw that, yeah, I definitely thought of like my mom or my grandma and someone like doing that to her for no reason. I mean, this woman was going to work at 6 a.m. and she's an elderly lady. Like, it's just not right. I think one of the saddest things too that I saw the next day was the fact that I saw her at the bus stop again, literally that next day, going back to work after something like this happened. I think that really says a lot, I mean, about her character, but I just can't imagine what she went through.
What did it mean to you? I mean, you're a stranger helping out to begin with. What did it mean to you to know that there was another stranger out there who didn't hesitate to come and help you?
Oh, it was, I mean, I was hoping someone would. And, you know, in this day and age, there's a lot of, I would say 99% of people out there are good people. And it's the 1% that do stuff like this that kind of, you know, make people think things are going south. But no, there's, I mean, as it was showed, he pulled up and he didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. All I knew is this woman, you know, told me to go help. He saw what was going on. He came and helped, and yeah, it was second nature. You kind of just black out and, you know, do what you got to do until the situation's over, and cops came and took care of it.
One might say, you know, you said you made a wrong turn. Some people might say you made the right one.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I was thinking when I got home. I mean, I was running late for work. My GPS was tweaking out, so I had to do a U-turn. And it was like, if none of those things happen, you know, if that woman didn't see it, if she didn't pull in front of my car, like, I mean, I give a lot of, she's not here right now, but I give a lot of the thanks and gratefulness to her. I mean, in reality, she's the one that really saved her life. Because, I mean, I would have gone to work and not even known this happened this morning. The fact that she was so adamant, that pulled in front of me, honked, and like really just needed me to, you know, the first person she saw to go help, it was insane. I mean, I give credit to her more than anyone.
Now, the day before, hearing that that same man attacked another woman, she was unconscious, thrown into a canal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Last night I was actually looking through the news, and I saw that that story was like, you know, plastered everywhere. And when I was reading the story, it was like his description literally fit perfectly, I guess, which was like, you know, I was about to go to bed and instantly I was wide awake. I'm like, no way, this has to be the dude. Like black shirt, stars, space stuff on it, blue jeans, like male, black in his, you know, 30s. And I was like, wow, there's no way, like, I don't know. You could call it a great coincidence that this all happened, but it was something else. I'm just glad the woman's okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you, I mean, to see him arrested? That you guys helped make this happen, and the fact that who knows what he could have done.
I mean, it does feel good in a way, just that I helped, you know, someone, especially like that. It's, yeah, I mean, it makes me feel good, but it's also like, just the fact that Reuben pulled up, and like he said, I feel like a lot of people would have done something, you know, in the moment. You think you won't, but then, I mean, if it's between not helping and helping out, like, people are good inside, I believe. I think that's, you know, what it really comes down to.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah, do you mind?
Yeah.
And then just a couple more things real quickly. Can you guys hear me still okay? Okay. I don't want to forget the Good Samaritans that helped out that Monday morning also. They're not here today, but we had people pull this woman out of the canal. If you recall, I said she was thrown in that canal when she was unconscious. This easily could have been a homicide as opposed to an attempt homicide. So I certainly want to give credit where credit is due. As Josh and Reuben both pointed out, you know, 99% of the people are good. This is just an example that Phoenix has some of the greatest citizens out there, and seeing them come together to help keep our community safe is very refreshing, and I hope that everybody can take that to heart and understand what that means. I also want to give credit to the Phoenix Police Department Crime Lab. They were working tirelessly as well to develop a profile and help keep the community safe by getting this person off of the streets. So if anybody has any questions for me, I'm prepared to answer them at this time.
you know, those two crimes are about 5 miles apart. Do we know, like, is he like a transient? Does he frequent both those areas? I'm just trying to get a grasp of what, like, that's such a, was he by foot? Does he have a home?
So the male was on foot. At this point, I don't know the status of his housing. I know on the Form 4s it should list the status of that. Anybody else have any questions? Okay.
Was it 2 counts of attempted homicide then, one for each of those?
No, so right now it's 1 count of attempt homicide, and that's on the sexual assault where the woman was thrown into the canal. Detectives are still working on that other case to determine if any additional charges are appropriate in that case. Again, I just want to really highlight the way the community came together. This is an awful situation, but it's nice to see the community coming forward and helping each other like that. So thank you all for showing up and highlighting this amazing show of good citizenship. Thank you.